why starting a childcare business is one of the best businesses to start in 2024. If you're new to entrepreneurialism and you're thinking of what business to get started doing, then I'm sure you're aware there are hundreds and thousands of different options for you. Many of them are tough. Tough to get started, tough to run, and tough to make money from. But one that I recommend and has been successful for myself, and even one that was a #1 recommendation from a popular YouTuber, James Sinclair, on his video, the 6 most profitable businesses to start up, is opening your own childcare business. In this video, I want to give you all the information as to why starting a childcare business is one of the best businesses to start in 2024 and how you can do it for yourself. But first, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel Open Nursery with myself, Kurt Liania, where I teach you to open, run and grow your own childcare business. Today we're discussing why opening a childcare business is one of the best businesses to start in 2024. The nursery field is a field that I love. If you're not aware, I've opened a few nurseries myself and I've supported numerous others to open their own too, some of which now also own multiple nurseries themselves. I'm also currently supporting hundreds of people who are enrolled on courses as they go through the process of opening too. Now, a childcare business is unique to many other businesses, and if you can get it right, you can have a business that will be successful for many years, generating a good passive income for yourself. Some businesses are so difficult because you have to do a lot and wait years and years before generating income and before making a profit. Nurseries are different as it has the perfect model to start generating income from your first day. Many of the nurseries that I've opened personally and those that I've helped support to open have even started generating income before they open. One of the reasons why opening a childcare business is one of the best businesses to get started is that customer acquisition is relatively low. The amount that you spend to acquire a customer compared to how much that customer will generate for you makes running a childcare business an ideal business. This enables you to experiment with your marketing and really find methods that work for you. Many businesses, you can spend hundreds of pounds trying to get one customer, and you have to spend more trying to convince that customer to stay with you and continue spending with you. A childcare business is different. Once you've spent your money marketing, which could potentially be a few £100s for a few parents, that customer will stay with you for months and even years, which makes it difficult to even overspend on your marketing. You could spend £100 trying to acquire one customer, but then that one customer, if they stay with you for a year, will spend over £12,000 with you. You'll find it hard to find any field that generates that much from such little marketing. On top of this, you also have a good customer lifetime value or a good churn rate. This is how long each customer stays with you once they signed up. As I mentioned, in other fields, you could spend loads of money trying to acquire a customer and then them only using your product once or not making many repeat purchases. The childcare field is different. Each new customer that you acquire is likely to stay for roughly 3 to 4 years, as most parents will only leave you once they go to school. These two things are some of the most important things you should be looking for when thinking of starting a new business. How much does it cost you to acquire a new customer, and how long will this customer stay with you once acquired? A childcare business excels in these two aspects, and you'll find it difficult to find any business that matches this. Customer acquisition is relatively low, and your customer is generally likely to stay with you for years without having to spend more money marketing to them. It's crucial that whatever business you start, if you want ease of running it, that it satisfies these two things. This is why running a childcare business is one of the best businesses to start in 2024. Another key thing that makes running a childcare business one of the best businesses to start is that it provides a good cash flow. Parents and the government pay you up front for the service. The government even tend to pay you up to 3 months in advance when they pay you for the funded hours. This means you can generate income before your first day, and you haven't got to worry about your cash flow or chasing debtors as much. You get paid in advance, enabling you to cover your expenses as and when they come. If you look at other businesses like a restaurant or a shop, you have to pay for most of your expenses already, like your rent, staff costs, goods, before you start making any money back. Even if you look at other service-based businesses, like if you went into plumbing or electricity, many of these are only paid after you provided the service. The childcare field is different. You get paid in advance. This helps to reduce the amount that you need to start up and get running significantly. It also helps you to budget and set up plans more efficiently. which leads into the next benefit of running a childcare business, is that you get predictable cash flow. You will know generally each month how many children you will have in your nursery, whether that be 50 children per day or 20 children per day. You will be able to reliably predict how many children will be paying per day and how much income you'll be generating from this. This is because parents sign up in advance, they enroll for an extended period, usually have to give at least a month's notice before ending their contract, and pay for the place and not just for attending. So even if parents don't attend, you know you have that dependable and predictable income each month. This differs to other businesses like a restaurant or a nail shop, whereby it's difficult to predict exactly how many customers are actually going to attend each day. These businesses also suffer heavily when a client doesn't turn up or decides to cancel. Most other businesses start from zero each month, having to go out and find new customers. Nurseries don't have this issue. You have a contract with parents to continuously provide them with this service throughout the year. This helps to provide you with a predictable cash flow. Another reason why it's a great business to start is because it's regulated. This gives you a clear set of standards to meet, which makes it easier for you to understand how to run your nursery. By following the criteria set out by Ofsted, you can effectively compete with all your competitors, and you can clearly see where you can improve on them. Ofsted reports are generated for every nursery, so you can see where other nurseries in your area may be struggling, or even where they're succeeding, and then you can put in plans to compete with them. Childcare businesses are also great to scale, so once you have one nursery, it becomes easier to open another and then another. Ofsted will register you much quicker if you already own a nursery that's doing well, and you can use your previous nursery to help build on your reputation and open future ones. Childcare businesses are also known to be less risky, so it's easier to get a loan for this compared to other businesses which banks find more riskier. They're also recession proof. Childcare businesses are an essential business. Parents are always going to need childcare. It's just a fact of life. Even during COVID, it was one of the few businesses that had to stay open in order to keep the economy and the country running. So as long as you establish a good nursery, you can have a business for life or as long as you want it. Going back to the bank loan situation as well, it's also a very good business to sell if you did ever want to leave the field, as people are always looking to buy old nurseries and it's not difficult to get a loan in order to purchase an old nursery. This is why opening a nursery is one of the best businesses to get started in. But why now? These are all good reasons to start a childcare business in general. But why is it such a great time to get started now? Well, if you're thinking of opening a childcare business in the past but haven't got round to it, then you've actually lucked out. And if you're foolishly thinking of putting yourself into the future, don't do this. You're going to miss out. Right now is the best opportunity to begin opening your childcare business. Why? Primarily because the new government funding rollout. The government under the Conservatives announced a new government funding rollout which will extend to all children from 9 months old. This means all parents will be able to send their children to nursery from 9 months old for 30 hours per week, all funded by the government, so they won't have to pay a penny. What does this mean? This means a dramatic increase in demand. The first rollout, which was introduced in April 2024, has already seen existing nurseries struggle to meet this increased demand. Parents are struggling to find nurseries for their children, with long waiting lists at existing nurseries. This presents an opportunity for you. You can open a nursery and tap into this increased demand. The government need new nurseries to be opened, and you could help provide the solution. They're even currently paying staff bonuses in order to return to the childcare field or to start a career in childcare. They're also putting out marketing campaigns in order to increase recruitment in the childcare field, which naturally provides even more support for you in running your childcare business. This is why there's never been a better opportunity and a better time to start a successful childcare business. As I've already said, I've supported many people to open their own nursery, some of which now own multiple nurseries, and I'd love to support you too. I've got hundreds of people currently going through the process of opening their own nursery, and you could be one of them. If you want to know more about the process of opening your own nursery, then enroll on the free course that is shown on the screen now. It's the perfect introduction if you want to know whether running a nursery is for you. It goes through the process of how to do so and helps you to work out some of the initial costs that you are likely to encounter. So click the link on the screen now to begin. I look forward to supporting you. God bless.